Hey crypto friends, for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Garrett and welcome to Altcoin Radar. Today we are going to be taking a look at the beam charts and we're going to see where it might be headed, and we will cover both bullish and bearish scenarios as well, just to simply cover all of the different possibilities. And towards the end of the video, I will cover the overall macro structure of the overall altcoin market as well. Now, for those of you who do love trading crypto and would like to try out the same crypto exchanges that I use on a regular basis, feel free to go ahead and try out either the MEXC exchange or the Blowfin exchange, with the links in the video description down below this video. Now, the reasons why I personally love using these exchanges is one, MEXC has some of the cheapest trading fees in the entire industry, which is very nice because you get to keep more of your profits. And the reason why I love Blowfin is because they allow anybody from anywhere to be able to sign up and trade crypto futures. So if you're from the United States and you want to trade crypto futures, you can do it right here on Blowfin. And that's actually where I personally trade crypto futures right now as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the beam charts on the daily. So as you guys can clearly see, we had a huge, enormous run up here within March, as a lot of different altcoins did, which is very nice to see. And it was preceded by a move to the downside to, make a decent correction. Because obviously, with trading crypto or within the crypto market in general, every peak always creates a valley. It's no different than mountains in the real world. Every single mountain has a valley, all right? And it's no different here, all right? Once things become very overbought, they go back down and they create a valley, all right? So let's go ahead and see where we are currently at right now. Now, as you guys can clearly see here, we are currently trading within this very large range here of roughly 0.01 cent, or sorry, right around 2 cents and 3 cents. That's pretty much the given level right here where we're looking at now. Where we're currently trading at the time of me currently filming this video, it's very, very interesting because we are literally consolidating within this very tight area right here right now. As you guys can clearly see, we went up and then we went down and we created this low down here. We created this midterm low down here at 0.025, and then we went back up to resistance again, failed to go up above it and break above 3 cents, and we came back down and we hit this level again at 0.025 and bounced off of it once again. Now, we did end up going through it, but obviously that was a huge giant candle, and it ended up coming back down, obviously, and we did not end up closing above resistance here again. So we ended up coming back down again, and we are currently retesting it once again. Now, this is kind of a good thing and a bad thing, all right? There's two scenarios that could play out here, all right? If momentum is strong enough, I'm guessing, since we've basically got a midterm triple bottom down here, if momentum is strong enough, I assume we will end up bouncing off of this and breaking through to the upside, and hopefully breaking through, having enough momentum to break through this resistance level finally and going up to the next resistance level. And if that ends up happening, my assumption is that we will end up bouncing off of that to make a minor correction and then holding support right down here at the old resistance level, and end up going back and gaining momentum again to go right back up through. The goal here is to create another higher low right in this area so we can continue even higher, all right? Now, in a bearish scenario, if that does not play out and instead it moves to the downside, which it very well could, because technically this could end up creating this triple bottom down here, could end up failing, and we could end up, going straight through. And if we do end up going straight through, my assumption is that we will end up either consolidating down right in this area at midterm support right around 0.024, or if it continues to fall and continue to fall even more, we're going to be looking at this level down here at 0.02 cents, which realistically I don't see that happening, especially with how far Beam has already came down. So, but you want to keep an eye on these levels and keep watching them to see where price action is currently trading. But you want to keep an eye on this specific tight area right in here, all right? Now, if we go ahead and, with support and resistance levels aside, let's go ahead and turn on some indicators and see what the indicators are telling us. Now, when we are looking at the EMAs here, we can clearly see price is above the 200 period EMA. I don't know why this EMA line isn't continuing all the way back. That's kind of weird. I've never seen that before. But price is currently below all of the EMAs except for the 200 period EMA. So there is a good possibility we could end up coming down and dropping down to the 200 EMA and then bouncing off of it and going up. All right. But if we go ahead and take away the EMAs and look at the Bollinger Bands now, we can clearly see we weren't able to hold the moving average here on the Bollinger Bands, and we ended up coming straight down through it. Now, the bottom of the band is coming up, and it looks like it may be coming up within the next day or two. It looks like it may be coming up to this midterm bottom down here, where we had kind of a, where we've got kind of a triple bottom going on down here. And if that does end up happening, that's still good news. It means that we could end up still bouncing from here and then continuing higher as well. All right. So if we go ahead and take the Bollinger Bands off and look at the RSI now, we can clearly see we are right around, the neutral level, which is very good to see. Technically here, obviously, it's very 50-50. And as you guys have been hearing me talk about this, we're kind of at a good 50-50 point right here as far as this triple bottom is concerned right down here. If momentum isn't strong enough, I mean, we've got plenty of room to drop to the downside. But if momentum is good enough, we've also got plenty of room to, reverse course here and go to the upside as well on the RSI. So it's just something to keep in mind here. Now, overall here, let's go ahead and take a look at the overall altcoin market and see what we got going on here. So when we take a look at the overall altcoin market cap chart, we can clearly see we are within a rising wedge still. And what's cool here is we did end up creating some higher lows. We got a higher low here, here, and another one here that we just recently created. And we bounced off of the bottom of the rising wedge channel once again. And my hope is that we end up continuing higher and going to the top of the rising wedge here like we did here, and creating another higher high right up here, and just continuing the process of going up and down and up and down until we hopefully end up gaining enough momentum to break out of it and get past this $765 billion range. All right. Now, if a black swan event or something stupid ends up happening in the crypto market and, we end up nuking to the downside instead, because it is a possibility, and that's why I like to go through both bullish and bearish scenarios, just in case, because realistically, you don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We're not magicians. We can't see the future. So if a bearish scenario were to happen, the first levels we want to be looking at here is we want to be looking at the bottom of this trend line right down here. All right. And if that does not fail, or if that fails to hold, then we want to go ahead and be looking at, hang on, let me go ahead and put a support level there. Then we want to be looking for support down here at right around $660 billion. If that fails, then we want to be looking at $623 billion. If that one fails, then we got $595 billion. And then at the very bottom here, we've got $558 billion. But for the rest of this bull cycle that we're currently in, realistically, I don't see us going any further down than this $558 billion level, to be brutally honest with you, okay? So overall, guys, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, if you enjoyed this video and you feel like you got some decent value out of it, please make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button below the video to help me out here, and leave me a comment below on your personal thoughts on where you think the price of Beam is going to go in the short term. And hey guys, with that said, for those of you who stuck around and watched throughout the whole video, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And with that said, I hope to see you guys in my future videos.